It's difficult to tell what's true and what isn't, because fakes are really good at impersonating the real thing. But how exactly do they do it? That is what you're going to find out in today's video. Hello and welcome to Lucid Luxury. If you haven't joined our channel yet, please do so by subscribing and clicking the bell icon to be notified of more videos like this. With crowds of people coming into money, it's hard to figure out who is truly rich in today's society. This brings us to today's video. The things poor people do just to look rich. Buying expensive cars. One of the most frequent missteps that poor people make is purchasing items that fall in value, such as luxury cars over properties. What's the deal with a flashy car? Its worth just declines every year. And as we all know, wealthy individuals like to spend on things that provide a healthy cash flow, like real estate. People who want to appear wealthy show fancy cars to win people's attention. Meanwhile, wealthy people drive plain and understated vehicles to go unnoticed. You want to know why? Rich people place a higher priority on privacy than on publicity. After all, they have a lot to lose and there's no point in risking it. Keep in mind that cars are among the worst investments that an individual can establish. For the wealthy, the priority is to build a home. And why would a person even purchase a car while they are already paying rent? That's just insane. Bedazzling everything. People who want to appear wealthy flaunt their bedazzled objects as status symbols. Most of the time, these people derive their worth from the acceptance of others. As a result, bedazzling everything is their final resort for gaining recognition. They look great with a bejeweled phone cover, a Starbucks cup, shorts, or even sequin skirts. Instead of looking rich, most people ended up looking cheap. Purchasing expensive bags. People who want to look rich make impulsive decisions. They buy the non-essentials, such as designer shoes, bags, and jewelry on the spur of the moment. Most of the time, they prove to other people that they are more successful than them. So what's the point of buying a $1,000 handbag if you can't afford to cover your bills? How can a bag pay rent? It would just put someone in a vast amount of debt. Besides, is it even possible to get a luxury purse but not have a single penny to place inside it? It's just ridiculous. Overdressing. People who want to appear rich don't know how to dress for different occasions. You may have noticed a girl wearing high heels to a garden or beach party, and that, may I add, is so uncomfortable and inappropriate, since they cannot afford to show off in any other way. The poor's intention much of the time is to impress someone with what they wear. They usually wear their best dress and the best pair of shoes they own. They have few choices. As a result, they seem to overdress on such occasions. This is not something that wealthy people would do, especially if they have a massive wardrobe with an array of fabulous choices that allows them to dress appropriately for various occasions. Showing off a lot of cash. This one may be confusing to you. You might be thinking, like, how can a poor person pretend to be rich when in fact he or she has massive amounts of cash? You may not have expected the cash to be a sign of poverty, but it is. Real wealthy people do not keep cash in their wallets. Everything else is in their bank account. All they carry is a bunch of cards and checks. Here's another snag. The withdrawal of sums of tens of millions of dollars or even more would take a long waiting time. It might also take months. If individuals can withdraw all their money from the bank immediately, they are considered fake rich despite having a small balance in their account. Always bragging about money. Actual rich people dislike talking about money until it is a part of a business transaction or a deal. Assume an individual purchases a luxury item and brags about how much they pay for it. Then that person is trying to appear rich. Wealthy people don't even consider the cost of their buying. Come to think of it, no one ever says how much they paid for a stick of chewing gum. Does it all make sense now? Renting or borrowing cars for a date. It's fine to wow your date with a rented or borrowed car, but don't do it with a borrowed or rented car. It's never a brilliant idea to want to appear wealthy to attract a dating partner. On your first date, you might enjoy driving around in a Mercedes. But what about the next few? Are you sure you'll be able to continue borrowing cars? You're going to waste a lot of cash. Stop pretending to be someone you're not and tell you're someone you're aspiring to be. You may get hooked on the concept of acting. If you start taking the first step, things will be easier. In the first round of the game, don't sabotage yourself. Acting as if entry-level brands are luxury brands. You may have noticed your neighbor flaunting his Michael Kors, Pandora, and Tommy Hilfiger, but they are not a big deal for the wealthy. Those brands are just a small part of the even bigger picture. Those are mid-range products designed for the middle or lower classes. You may not be aware, but there are different tiers of luxury brands. For example, there is Valentino, where you can buy bags for $100, and then there is Valentino Garavani, where you can buy bags worth $3,000. Versace is no exception. Many popular brands use their market image to persuade you to buy extra for generic products. Despite being marketed under a high-end brand name, these generic products break almost as quickly as low-class products. People who want to seem wealthy pay for the name rather than the quality of the products. Name dropping. When you don't need an introduction or align yourself with other people to bring meaning to yourself, you've come a long way. Using the names of famous people to your advantage is a kind of network flexing. People who want to become wealthy are aware that they cannot stand on their own, so they would purposely associate themselves with famous people to obtain prestige. Walking like a billboard. When someone seems to be a walking billboard for a brand, you know he's trying to appear wealthy. The poor want the attention that brands have, and they're using them to climb the social ladder. Some people also keep the tags on to display the brand name. On the other hand, most wealthy people place a high value on design and quality over logo brands. When the rich wear the brand, it all just turns the other way around. That's all the crazy stuff you need to hear. At the very least, you now know how to spot a fake rich. If you enjoyed today's video, leave us with a thumbs up and comment your thoughts down below. See you in the next video.